let's do a quick kind of like, what did you think of each other's presentations? What did you like? What areas you might consider have the other person take a look at?
I like Noah's layout. I mean, I'm partial to blues, so I really did like the layout. Um, and how you kind of had it structured. I guess maybe if no, if anything, I'd add, I don't know, maybe a little bit of graphics, a little
That's
bit more,
true.
but I know that can be a challenge.
As far as the template, I can't take credit for that. There's a number of good PowerPoint templates that I found that are open source. They're Creative Commons.
Yeah.
So in my actual PowerPoint, I have some attributions for like some of those stock images, but the template itself is definitely it's nice, but I didn't make it.
And I think your pace was actually pretty good. I felt maybe my pace was a bit rushed, but
Yeah, they're
maybe
near
not.
near the end. I would have liked to have heard more about the reasons behind why you picked the document style. I got kind of lost a little bit trying to wade through. There was one slide in particular I wasn't sure if you were trying to tell me why you made the decision, or you were just presenting the information, and I can't remember which one that was. But I definitely would have liked to have heard more about what it was that excited you
Yeah.
about this particular system. I think that was primarily due to the time constraint.
If I have a list of things that, and I'll
Yeah,
actually,
and hence your follow-up questions.
yeah, I will. I have a list of things, and I won't go through all of them here. I'll certainly write those up in my comments. But um, what I found really good is the fact that it's both of you came across as very articulate and very expert on your particular subject area. That's good. Um, and uh, the only other thing I would say is both of you are a little bit too text heavy in your slides. Um, honestly, well, here's what I would say. What you were saying was much more compelling than what was on the slide. In fact, at one point, I just stopped reading what was on the slides in both of your cases and just listen to what you had to say. Because as I mentioned in my email, one of my emails, it's, if you remember way back to ICT 4000, it's really hard to humans can't multitask, right? It's hard, it's impossible to read and listen at the same time. So particularly if the speaker is not that great, one tends to read the slides. But in your case, I would say you could have given a very effective presentation with a lot less words on your pages, and maybe a little bit more graphics, because the way you both explained your particular projects came across as very, very clear and very direct. So the explanations were really good. And I'm not sure the slides all that helped all that much, to be honest. Now, it could help is that I've read your papers several times over, so I knew what you're going to say. Uh, that certainly helps. But I do think actually having written a 8,000 word or so paper pretty much makes you an expert in your topic area, and that came across very well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely agree. Galen, you spoke with authority. It was very convincing.
Well, I mentioned actually I have some experience presenting.
Oh, good.
A lot of it, but okay.
All right. Well, gentlemen, so here's what I'm going to do is it's going to take a while to process the recording, and then I have to put it into another piece of software to edit it so that I can chop up your individual pieces. And then what I think I might do is this last section where we had the kind of the discussion back and forth, I'll make that a third piece and stick that in the discussion forum. So, but that's pretty much it. I'm going to